the world is changing. I don't have to tell a single person here. What I'm trying to get everybody to understand is take your real life and put it into your business life. Here's what I mean by that. Remember how many of you promised me that you would never get an iPhone because your BlackBerry was so awesome and you needed to feel the buttons? Just curious, how many people here have a BlackBerry right now? Remember when you promised you would never get a Facebook account in 2012, 11, 10? We promise, even for some of the old school, and there's some old school cats in here, I see you. My favorite one was when the cell phone started getting traction in the late 90s. All of my, I've got a beeper, I don't need a cell phone people in this room. This is what we do. Even people that are progressive. I spent the last 3 years trying to convince people that made real money and changed their life on Instagram to get TikTok accounts. They're 26 and they said no. Humans say no. Many of you, when you heard about Bitcoin, no. Many of you, when you're hearing about NFTs right now, no. It's just all no. It's exhausting and it makes no sense if you're a business person. No is poison in business. Quick question, how many people here are retiring in the next 10 years? And before you raise your hand, I don't mean you're gonna have a huge year next year and buy an island. I mean you're old and you're finished. Raise your hands, raise it high. All right, 4. And you're definitely not in that, you just wanted to raise your hand. 4. My friends, almost everything that dominates our society right now, Netflix, most of the social networks, none of them existed 10 years ago. What I'm really trying to tell you in this talk, and by the way, we're starting to get that place, so if you have any question of anywhere I'm going or anything you know about me that you want to ask a question, please line up now because I want to get into the Q&A. Please do that while I'm wrapping up here. My friends, I'm trying to prepare you for what's coming. You guys hear about NFTs and people selling for $69 million and you're like, scam, Beanie Babies, this and that. The blockchain is here. Every contract in the world in 15 years is gonna be on the blockchain. It's how you're gonna do business. So what, are you gonna do the same thing you did with the internet, which is fight it until you succumb to it and left all that opportunity on the table? Like, how do we not see the patterns? It was one thing when the internet came and we didn't have that. And so the world was one way. And so I was very empathetic in 96, 97, 98, 99. Do you understand in 1996, 90% of my conversations was trying to convince somebody would buy anything on the internet? 50% of my conversations were trying to convince people that the internet wasn't a fad. Do you remember, some of you, if you paid attention to this, when the stock market crashed in 2000 with internet stocks and every article was, see, the internet's a fad? People don't like change. They don't like it. We don't like it. The problem is, you can do anything you want in your personal life. I like when people are like, Gary, I just don't get Facebook. I go, that's nice, Stan. I understand that you don't get it. How about the fact that 5 trillion people do? Like, I love when people make decisions that are ideological on their human level and then deploy them in their business life. You don't like money? You don't want your family to be more stable? You don't want your business to grow? You don't want somebody to come along and use this stuff and put you out of business? All of those things, I have a funny feeling you are interested in. You may not want to dance on TikTok, but I'm not asking you to dance. I'm asking you to pay attention to what's actually happening here. And we're just starting. Technology doesn't care about your feelings or how hard you worked to build your little moat locally on reputation. It just comes along and destroys. I spoke at a conference, ironically, in Orlando 7 years ago. I was an early investor in Uber, and ironically,